Thank you for your interest in volunteering with Physicians Care Connection. We are a nonprofit organization working to optimize the health of those who are most vulnerable in Central Ohio. PCC began as a free walk-in clinic for the homeless in 1993. The doctors who started the clinic recognized the need for both primary and specialty care, and we remain one of the only free clinics in the area that offers specialties. Since then, we've grown dramatically. The services you will see on a clinic night are only a fraction of the services that we coordinate. Our volunteer providers include dermatologists, cardiologists, physical therapists, dentists, OBGYNs, and more. In addition to assessing patients' physical symptoms, our staff assesses each patient to see how the social determinants of health are impacting their well-being. These determinants include their housing, income, access to transportation, language barriers, health insurance, and other factors. When these factors are taken into account, patients can realize far better outcomes than if we only considered their medical conditions. For example, we cannot simply provide a diabetic patient with a prescription for insulin if they do not have a working refrigerator to store it in, or if they can't afford the copay. The clinic is often a patient's first encounter with PCC. After their visit, care coordinators ensure that patients receive follow-up care and ancillary services as needed. As a volunteer, you will help us with the operations of the clinic. Roles are divided into categories: untrained roles, trained roles, interpreters, and medical, dental, and pharmacy student roles. A full description of each community volunteer role has been provided to you in the same email as this presentation. Community volunteers, including undergraduates and pre-med students, can take on untrained and trained roles. Untrained roles include greeter, information desk, and setup assistant, among others. These jobs require minimal training, which we provided to you directly at the clinic. If you're interested in helping out with more advanced roles, you can attend a computer role training. These are offered around twice a month and will help you learn roles such as registration, intake, room filling, and scanning. You will also be able to volunteer at the office, assisting the staff with records-related administrative tasks. If you're interested in becoming a vision screener, you'll have to attend an additional training with Prevent Blindness Ohio. These are offered several times a year and will be announced via email. We serve a diverse patient population and are always looking for volunteer interpreters to assist with registration and medical translation. If you're fluent in a language other than English and you provide this information as part of your application, you will be added to our volunteer interpreter list. To ensure that the clinic runs smoothly and to minimize confusion, we have a few expectations for our volunteers. First, we expect you to dress appropriately for your role. As you will be moving around the clinic and interacting with patients, we ask that you wear presentable, professional clothing that you can move in comfortably. Skirts should be a decent length for your own safety and comfort. Name tags stating your role are available at both the medical and dental clinics. In order to make it clear what role you are volunteering for, we ask that you wear the appropriate shirt or lab coat. Community volunteers are required to wear the orange volunteer t-shirt. These can be purchased from a staff member for $10. We accept cash or check only, and exact change is required if using cash. If cost is an issue, please let us know. Medical student coordinators are provided with a royal blue polo. Pharmacy student coordinators are provided with a red polo. When working with patients, medical and pharmacy students should wear their lab coats. You can identify staff members as they will be wearing navy blue polos and name tags. The next requirement we have is that volunteers interact respectfully with patients. Our patients come from a variety of ethnic, racial, and socioeconomic backgrounds. We ask that you be considerate and open-minded. At times, you may communicate with a patient through an interpreter. If so, always remember to speak directly to the patient, pause between sentences or long phrases, and leave time for the interpreter to translate. As part of this online orientation, you will need to complete civil rights and HIPAA training. The civil rights training will teach you how to comply with civil rights laws. It is required as part of our partnership with Mid-Ohio Food Bank. The HIPAA training will inform you of the laws regarding patient confidentiality and medical records. At this point, We've already received your completed volunteer waiver, but as a reminder, you agreed that you will not acknowledge a patient from the clinic outside of the clinic unless they acknowledge you first. At no point should you mention to anyone that you know this patient from the clinic. In order to ensure that you have read and understood the materials, you will need to complete a brief quiz before you're allowed to volunteer. Once you have successfully completed the quiz and this orientation, you will be added to the appropriate signup.com page. You will receive an email when you have been added. Click on the Sign Up Now/Learn More link in the email to access the sign up. Before you sign up for your first slot, you will need to create an account on the website. You can create an account by clicking on the drop-down menu in the upper right-hand corner and selecting Register. After you register, you will be able to sign up for slots. To sign up for a position, click on the day you would like to volunteer, and then select the green Sign Up button next to the position you would like to volunteer for. Initially, you will be added to the Physicians Free Clinic volunteer page, also known as the untrained roles. If you are a Spanish interpreter, you will also be added to the interpreters page. On any given week, we accept Spanish interpreters for both registration and medical interpretation. Depending on patients' needs, we will contact interpreters for other languages as needed. Please note that the sign-up is locked on the Friday before the next Monday's clinic, and you will not be able to leave spots after this time. If you need to cancel in an emergency situation, email Christiana. If you no-show for positions you have signed up for 3 times, you will be deleted from the sign-up system. Untrained roles in the Physicians Free Clinic sign-up tend to fill up quickly. If you'd like to be able to volunteer for more roles, you can attend a computer role training at the PCC office. These trainings are held twice a month at 1390 Dublin Road. You can RSVP for one of these trainings by using the link in the initial invite to sign-up email that you received. The first time you volunteer at the clinic, you should plan to show up about 10 minutes before your shift starts to get a t-shirt, become familiar with your role, and get settled. The clinic itself is located on the 2nd floor of the Columbus Public Health Building. Please enter through the rear door near the parking lot and follow the signs for Sexual Health Clinic as we use this space for the clinic. To get credit for your volunteer hours, you should check in by using the tablet in the main registration room. This room is located directly behind the front registration desk. A staff member or lead volunteer can demonstrate how check-in works and show you around the space. Dinner is provided for all volunteers, and snacks are available in the food room when you arrive. We also ask that you be mindful of the space, as it is borrowed. Please keep it clean and remember that others will work there the next morning. Thank you for completing this digital orientation. Please read the additional documents that are attached and complete the brief quiz to finish the onboarding process. If you have any questions, you can contact Christiana at cbarnard@pcchealth.org. We look forward to working with you.